Hi, I'm Jeremy, and I'm going to share with you the story of Gatekeepr. Not only the product, not only the pitch of the product, but also the ups and downs of our story. Hi, Stéphan.
Hi, Jeremy. Hi, everyone. Very happy to be with you today at this Congress. We started together roughly 1 year ago, Gatekeepr, with two insights. The first one coming from Avas, the meaningful study that most of you will know, is that in Belgium, 74% of the brand could disappear. Nobody would care about it. So relevance and great content is key. Mm-hmm. And we have noticed as well that brands are really very rich in data, but poor in insights.
So what we do at Gatekeepr is we plan your social media content for your marketing team. So what happened before in the old world is that most of software are only displaying the most performing post on social media, like the most number of shares, the most number of likes, reaction, and comments. But in the new world, we have now access to AI, to artificial intelligence, to actually be able to understand the content as a human being. So we go into details about the image, about the text itself. So we are spotting pretty much everything about the content, not only the performances, but also the content. So we are using AI, of course. On the next slide, what you can see is another example of everything we are spotting on the pictures, like the logo, the colors, the brand, the emotion, if we can see a human, the different objects, so pretty much everything. And for that, we are actually using a library of marketing models that help us to display the right insights for your brand. So we have plenty of different models that we use according to the industry, according to the market you're in, and we use all these things to, for instance, what you can see here on the slide is the different content that we've classified to different topics. And when we have those topics, we are able to put them along the customer journey. So for instance, there are some content that are more appropriate for the awareness phase, some other for the conversion phase, and some other content for the client phase. So these are the different graphs that you could have to really understand what's going on with all this crazy social media hype, with all the different formats, different targeting, and all these different tactics that you are not now able to use as a marketer.
And behind the name Gatekeepr, that was really our idea, is to be the tool and the solution to protect your brand and reputation. To have really, because we know how difficult it is to plan the right content. You have many suppliers that do as a brand. You have different department that owns your different channels. There is internal politics. There is a few look at the past performance. There is the context in which one you evolve today is different than a couple of months ago. And so we had great client traction, Jeremy.
Yes, that's correct.
We attract 3 great brands. And when we say it's really clients, so it's paying brands that used Gatekeepr to have insights. Brands like Belfius, like Proximus, and like Clio Goldbrenner, indeed.
Yeah, so what at this point, when you have great clients in Belgium, when you feel that traction, then you are starting to get more ambitious. And this is exactly what happened. So we've decided to go where all our competitors are. So we went right in the arena to see what's going on there. So we went in Silicon Valley to get the knowledge, the expertise, the inspiration, the connection, everything, for being able, after 1 year, get back in Belgium with all these insights to start really building a great software company. So what happened when we started in Silicon Valley for 1 year? We hire one CTO, Sebastian, and then we hire another person for the business development in Silicon Valley, so in San Francisco Bay Area, to get local connection, because we are starting from scratch. We are a Belgian team, founding team, so we had to really get into the local population to get the connections, to get the new clients there as well. After 3 months, and especially after 6 months, we started to have cash flow issues. So of course we had some clients, but we also had expenses because we are actually manipulating a lot of data, and we are using AI from Google, and this is quite expensive. So we had a burn rate. We had displayed some numbers to be very transparent with you on the next slide, where you can see the average expense, the average money coming in, the burn rate. So you can see that we have a runway of 6 months, which means that after 6 months, you need to do something, right? And it started to be that something with the team. For instance, Sébastien started to work at PYC as his main job. And what about you, Stéphan?
Yeah, I had a great opportunity here at LN24. And so, of course, Gatekeepr became, for me, a side project. And we know how difficult it is to run a company alone in the States for you, with 2 other founder team members, having this as a side project.
So just to put yourself in the situation, we were lacking cash just right before the pandemic hits. So it was a double issue, because at some point we had to do something, and that something is getting back into the service business. So you can see here what I call the excitement curve, because we had all this load of great news from day one up to let's say December, January, where we had this cash flow program. So the excitement curve started to get down, and you can see it's matching actually the money curve. So after 6 months, we decided to get back into the service business, and actually with what we've built. So our product was there, and we were using that product to get just more productive while providing services for our clients and different brands as marketing services.
In the meantime, we did not stop the development, and we've been to a couple of accelerators, incubators, being in Belgium, being also international, as you can see there on the screen. And we had a lot of rejection. But is it tough to have a lot of no, Jeremy?
It's tough, but you have to deal with it. It's tough, but at the same time, it's also a great answer that you are getting from it was our first time raising funds. So we received about 9 no's. We received 1 positive answer. So it's about 10% positive answer, which is not bad, actually. But we've, at the end, decided to decline that offer because it was not really matching our vision of building a great software company.
So we came already now close to the conclusion and the takeaways that we want to give you to all of you, because I can imagine that many of you have also plans and idea to start their own company, software or startup. The first one seems obvious, but it is key. You need to have traction and you need to have clients. What we had at the beginning, I must say. The second one is about the team. How important is to have a team. Here it was a team with quite a mix of seniority and ambition. It means also that those people have received opportunities, and with the cash being burned, time is money. It's obvious, I know, but it was key. So think about really very well about the type of team, and can this team last 3 months, 6 months, 1 year, even more, and be 100% focused on the development of the company?
It's a marathon. It's not a sprint, right? And I'd like to add 2 things. Myself, I had 2 biases. The first one is that at the beginning, I was trying to solve my own problem as a marketeer. So I was thinking that everybody has the same problem. But in reality, that's not always the case, right? So this is a first bias. So receiving a lot of no's helps you actually wake you up in some way. So that's a good thing, because the other bias that I had is that I spend my own personal capital in this company because, you know, it's something I really believe in. I've been, you know, it's been now 10 years I'm in marketing. So this is really something I'm really into. So the thing is, spending your own capital gets you more attached to what you've built with it. So this is another bias. So receiving a lot of no's helps you waking up about what you are providing, but because at the end what you want is building something that people want.
And
So,
we believe today that it's still relevant, Gatekeepr. We know it's a very quite crowded market, the one we operate, and we've been able now to transform Gatekeepr in one of the tools that we provide together in services to help brands to better manage their reputation, their content, also to spot some of the trends, because we use public data, so which enrich really the type of content that we can provide to companies and advice.
exactly. So thank you very much, guys, for listening this presentation. Thank you, Stéphan.
Thank you, Jeremy. Thank you, each of you, and enjoy the Marketing Congress.
Enjoy, guys. Bye-bye.